My name is Stefan Nilsson and I'm going to be your host here at Trendgruppen Design TV. It's going to be a full week with lots of interviews and interesting people. And I'm kicking off this week by talking to my friend and former colleague Karin Sköldberg. Hi Karin, how are you?
Hello Stefan, how are you?
Happy Design Week, as we always say. Yeah. Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. It's going to be a different year, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah? So we're sitting here and we're going to have a lot of interviews. Is there any interview you're looking forward to? This one, perhaps?
This one. No, I'm terrified. No, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can introduce you to the audience properly. You're the brain behind this project by doing this TV show during the Design Week because we cannot meet, so instead we do this digitally. So, Karin Sköldberg, very Swedish sounding name. You're the founder and head strategist here at Trendgruppen PR. You're the leading PR agency within design and architecture here in Sweden. And you've even been listed on the list of most powerful people in Scandinavia by magazine Room. And I think you even pushed up a few notches as well. You moved from place 31 till place 26.
Oh,
so
wow.
you're even
Is that
more
so?
important.
I didn't even know.
You're even more important this year. So Trendgruppen Design TV, this thing that we're doing now, what's this?
Well, as we all know, we haven't been to any fairs lately, and there are still a lot of design news to launch for the PR agencies, and this is a new way to communicate.
Definitely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you look forward to launch here this week? You have seen it all now.
I'm sitting one of them.
Yeah.
Now there are a lot of great news, and if you watch all the episodes, there's one a day at 3 o'clock. You will see them all.
Yeah. So the pandemic has changed a lot for many of us. I don't travel, I don't go to fairs anymore. I stay at home and I read magazines and I watch things on Netflix or whatever. What would be your advice for a brand in 2021 to reach out? What's the biggest or strongest point you would say?
From a PR perspective,
yes.
I would say that storytelling is even more important. The mass-producing companies and the design more premium brands, they're using the same photographers, the same stylists, the pictures look almost the same, so it's impossible to see what is what. Is it a handmade design product or is it a copy? So I think our role is even more important now. We can tell the difference and explain all the work behind the products.
How has the perception been so far? I mean, of course, this is the premiere episode, but have you, when you've reached out to people?
It's been a huge interest. My Instagram almost crashed with all the comments I got from the first picture from the studio. So everybody's like, wow, what is this? That was really fun.
Speaking also about last year, the crazy times of the pandemic, is there anything you've learned?
I think we can change. We will communicate in new ways and meet in new ways, produce in new ways. Everybody has to change.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're onto something. Well, thank you, Karin. I think our time is up because we want the interviews to be short and brief and very lots of energy, and we're going to bring on the next guest very soon. So thank you for stopping by, Karin, and I'll see you around.
I see you.
We're going to announce some great design news for Scandinavia. The Italian furniture company Minotti is opening its first Scandinavian flagship store in Stockholm. It's located at Strandvägen number 9, and we have my colleague Andrea Brodin there. So over to her.
Hello and welcome to Minotti's flagship store at Strandvägen number 9 that is opening today. It's the first flagship store in Scandinavia. My name is Andrea Brodin and I'm sitting here with Alexandra Flach, who is the flagship store manager. How does it feel, finally open?
It feels amazing. We are so proud and very happy to finally open this amazing store. It took us a long time to find the perfect location.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and now we have this on Strandvägen with the water outside, with these beautiful windows, and the inside, which is very inviting, cozy, yet very elegant and still very personal.
But you also experience the full Minotti brand, I feel, because you don't only see one sofa, you see the whole collection, no?
Yes, that's correct, and that's what we are so proud of, that we can show almost everyone a part of the Minotti world, where you can see everything in a setting like you're in your own living room.
And also, I guess you want to really show the attention to detail and the craftsmanship, because it's so advanced.
Yes, and we're a great team working here, and we will strive to give you the best service. And we will be here to show you the details, the design, the craftsmanship, and especially how they also make their own fabrics.
Yeah.
So everything is really made in Italy.
Made in Italy, I like that. You know that Italy, I think, for most Swedes have a very special place.
I agree with you. And that's why it's really nice to combine the Minotti brand, which is made in Italy, and then we have the Scandinavian market, and make this as a match. I think is really good.
So if you want to come here, can you just drop by, or do you have to make an appointment?
Absolutely. We want to invite everyone to the World of Minotti, so you're more than welcome to come here just to get inspiration, to get ideas, and if you want to make an appointment, we will be here for you.
That's great. Big congratulations on this fantastic flagship store, and I really recommend all of you to come by here, because it's an amazing design experience.
I asked Susanna Minotti about how to keep the values and company's strong design image of Made in Italy intact in so many markets.
Hi Stefan, thank you very much for your question. First of all, I have to say that I represent the third generation of a family company where very strong values are brought to the world generation after generation. I refer to passion, I refer to devotion to quality and constant research that is expressed by the mix of tradition and investment on new technologies. These bring us to create impeccable products that are appreciated and recognized all over the world. Our daily challenge is to go beyond high quality and well-designed products to deliver instead unique living solutions. When we design a new flagship store, like we did with Minotti Stockholm, we have a local attitude that means blending our strong Italian DNA together with the culture and spirit of the place. We're in the Scandinavian market since many years, and we know by experience that it's a very sophisticated and quite demanding market due to its strong design heritage. I would say that this love and passion for the Scandinavian design is something that is important for Minotti, and it's also expressed by the collaboration we have with the design duo Fratesi, Enrico Fratesi and Stine Gam, with whom we share this approach, this double approach to the Scandinavian and Italian design, which was also something that we wanted to create thinking about this new flagship store in Stockholm. The idea was to blend the two design cultures and create something totally new, and to deliver to the city a new place where to find design, not just a furniture store. Hoping to have achieved this goal, we look forward to welcoming you in Minotti Stockholm.
And we're continuing our talks. Here in the studio we now have Sanna from Stockholm Furniture and Light Fair. Welcome.
Thank you, Stefan.
Happy Design Week.
Happy Design Week.
It's a busy week, isn't it?
It is a busy week.
Yeah. What are you doing now? I mean, we don't have the physical space now, so what's the fair doing now during this week?
Well, we sure miss the physical space. I guess we all do, to meet and talk and touch and feel products. What we do is that we move out from the fair, and we call it the Stockholm Furniture and Light Fair City and Digital Edition. And it's connected to Stockholm Design Week. That's our brand as well. And the physical part is exhibitions and showrooms that are open. Also exhibitions in shopping windows, and the exhibitions or showrooms that are open, you need to, make an appointment, and it's very COVID safe. But there will be business to business, and also, physical experiences of watching design.
But mainly you're moving a lot into the digital world, right? So you're doing a lot of things happening online. So whenever you're seeing this episode and you want to continue doing things inspiring, what should one do? What would you do? Or what should we advise the audience to do after this?
I think that the best thing would be to go to the Stockholm Design Week homepage and look in the schedule, because it's both a lot of digital events as physical. Also the Furniture and Light Fair webpage. There's a lot of seminars. It's a lot of product launches. Before, in the Design Week guide, it said cocktail or
by invitation only.
Exactly, a lot of these. And now it's more like Trendgruppen TV, like this. So there is a lot to see. We have a big program. We have Stockholm Design and Architectural Talks. It's 25 talks and or seminars with panels and one-to-one, and over 50 participants, architects, designers. Look at the homepage. And
is there any talk you're more curious about than others?
There is such a broad variation of topics, but I love Rosanna Orlandi, so of course it's going to be fun to see. But then it's a lot of interesting talks about urban planning and circularity in design and economy, and I think it's going to be a lot of very interesting subjects looking forward towards a new future.
2 more questions for you, Sanna. First one, the quick one, is when do you think we're going to have a fair again?
I want to have a fair tomorrow if we can open it. I mean, you can't really replace, or when virtual reality is so good, so it's 100% color accuracy
and tactility,
or tactility, then maybe. But until then, we need to do this, touch and feel and look, and also talk. At least our generation, we need to talk to make a deal.
I do like talking.
Physical, exactly. But I hope we will have a fair 2022. I don't know about the fall and fairs in the fall.
Scary thought. Scary thought. Yeah, the pandemic has really changed a lot of things, and for a lot of us, I have not been traveling for a year, which is so strange. Constantly going to fairs. This year, last year, nothing.
Yeah.
So what do you think, what's the biggest change for your world? Well, how do you perceive change now?
Well, I mean, obviously, everyone's kind of forced into it. I think it's positive, though. A lot of things that we are doing now, we will, of course, keep as a complement, or and we will develop it, continue to develop it. But I think that these times is very creative, and this is when people are innovative, and designers are problem solvers, and we will see a lot of interesting design 2021 due to the new way everyone is working. How will future offices be, and how will our homes be, and walk hand in hand with that. I think that's very interesting.
Well, thanks for stopping by and talking to us about Stockholm Furniture and Light Fair. And I hope I see you before next year, at least here in Stockholm.
We will.
Yeah, absolutely. Sanna, thanks for stopping by and
Thank
have
you.
a good design week.
You too. Happy Design Week.
Thank you. And finally, we're here to talk about this magnificent studio that we're in. And I'm sitting here together with Aska, who made all these beautiful things. Who are you at Aska?
So at Aska, we're an architectural collective. We're 3 people, the 2 of us, and our colleague Madeleine. The concept is pretty much encaptured in the name. When you have something and it burns down, you're left with a minimal remaining component, the residue, the ashes, in Swedish aska. And I think the concept of our company is, address each project in a way where we look for this unique essence, the aska, and we later mold, form, shape it into something new while bringing that essence to the surface.
You call yourself an architectural collective. What kind of things have you been doing?
For us, it's not specifically about the project itself. It's more about being involved in the whole design process from the start until the final design. So we're creating everything from private residences, public spaces, offices. At the moment, we're working on a cafe here in Vasastan in Stockholm. We've been designing Maria Nila's new head office.
So what's the concept behind this now, the studio, this setting that we're sitting in?
So I think one of our initial thoughts was to sort of address our current day situation. And we're all part of a very fast rhythm with all more insecurities, looking back on last year. And people, they have this longing for something stable. And we believe that people are drawn to design language that are recognizable and familiar, and elements such as vaults and columns really bring that sense of stability and safety. So we sort of took those kind of large-scale architectural elements and presented them in a small-scale context as interior objects here.
And also another aspect we were looking to portray here is the sense of warmth. Since we haven't been able to travel for a while, we know there is this longing for exotic atmospheres. And we believe that people will be trying to implement this kind of setting and mode into their dwellings. As of the choice of color, here you can see the tones of peach and beige. Also these soft curves that are inspired from the organic shapes of nature found in the Mediterranean area, in both the color but also in this play between light and shadow to create this dynamic and vibrant mode that reminds us of these distant and exotic places that we're longing for.
Yeah. I definitely miss traveling, definitely. But for now, we're going to be staying here for the whole week in this wonderful setting that you've made. I thank you very much for sharing this with us, and I'll see you through the Stockholm Design Week.
Definitely.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Have you missed an episode or want to rewatch one? Don't forget, you can always go to trendgruppendesignTV.com and find all the shows that we've made there. Also on the same site, you'll find high-resolution images, press releases, and all the necessary information you'll need to make your Stockholm Design Week successful.